All right, so today I got a good one. I've seen this on a few different channels that I watch and follow, and I had to talk about it because this is a prime example of why kids today have zero respect for anybody. They don't respect their parents, they don't respect anyone of authority, police, fire, they don't respect their school teachers, no one. And this is a prime example of the reason why. And quite frankly, I don't know where this is. I don't know what kind of store it is, but I saw it and I had to share it and I had to talk about it because it really blew me away.
You were banned last time after the lady told you to stay out.
What are you talking about? What manager? What store manager? We need to get our stuff.
Is this the express lane?
No, there's no express lane.
I need to get my stuff.
No, leave. You're banned from the store. You have to leave.
Why am I being...
Because of his attitude, what he's doing, and you're not doing anything about it.
What can I do? If I hit my kid, what's going to happen? I'm going to go to jail,
You don't come
right?
in. This is called jail. You're letting him do this.
I'm going to go to jail.
Leave.
I can't do that. I'm
Leave.
never going to hit my
Leave the
kid.
store.
I need to get my stuff.
You're not getting anything. Leave.
No, shut the fuck up!
Leave.
I can't get my stuff.
No, leave.
I think I'm gonna go to another store. Too long.
You're banned. Don't come back. I was told.
So what I make of that is that's her second visit to that store in as many days, and the day before, apparently she may have been asked to leave because of the way her child was acting. So she goes back and she tries to buy whatever it is she's buying, and another man is telling her to leave. She's not buying anything. The previous night's manager wants her out of the store, and she's trying to figure out why. And you see that little child picking up things, throwing things, and the language coming out of that little kid's mouth while she does nothing about it is the reason why kids have zero respect for anyone today. And he tells her point blank, you're not stopping your child from doing what he or she is doing. And she said, what do you want me to do? If I hit him, I'll go to jail. No one ever said you have to hit your child. How about calmly telling the child to stop it? When they're picking up things and throwing them on the counter or the floor, you grab their hand and you tell them to stop it. You bend down to their level and you look at them in the eye and you tell them, knock it off or there's going to be consequences. But you don't see her say one single word. He's telling the guy, shut the F up more than one time, while the mother just continues to talk to the guy, wanting to know why she can't do or purchase what she's there to purchase. She doesn't understand why they're asking her to leave. Now, I'm guessing that the day before might have been worse than this day. That's why they don't want her there. But how do you expect your children to grow up and have any respect for anyone if you let them at that young age not only talk like that, but do things like that? I mean, every kid grabs things, throws a tantrum. If the kid wanted something at the store and the mother wouldn't buy it, the kid throws a tantrum. We've all seen it. But that child is basically standing there, punking off the guy, telling him, shut the F up. Like, how dare you tell me not to throw things? And the mother does zero about it. So you wonder why kids today, teens, young adults even, have zero respect for anything. We've all seen numerous clips of young people basically disrespecting police officers, disrespecting teachers, or anyone out in public. And this is the reason why. There is something that that woman could do to stop that child from acting like that. Whether it's a punishment at home or whatever. Even if you're going to smack the kid on the wrist a little bit, no one's telling you to hit your kid. We all know how that goes. When I was growing up, you got a good smack and it was okay. Okay? There was no problem with that. But today, we can't do things like that. So you're just going to allow a little person to use that kind of language out in public. You saw all the other people around, and there's no consequences. So when that kid's old enough to go out on his or her, I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, on their own, hanging out with friends, doing whatever, you actually think that they're going to have respect for anybody who tells them something? Please don't do this, stop that, or whatever. No, there's going to be a confrontation, and the older they get, the worse it's going to get. Because if it's that out of control at that young age, especially with the mouth, what do you think's going to happen when that person's older? It's probably going to get physical. Okay? And then when, say, the police go to that lady's house and say, we have your child for this, that, or the other thing, and the mother's not going to understand why. My baby's such a good person. How can you say they did that? Well, let's all go back then to something like this in a store. It is absolutely unacceptable for any child to act that way to their parents or to anyone out in public. There is no reason for it. There has to be consequences, but apparently this kid has zero consequences. And now, wherever that is, she can't go to the store anymore because of the actions of her little one, who she lets basically belittle people. Like, how dare you tell me I'm a 3-year-old, I can't throw stuff on the floor. Shut the F up. Come on. Today's society of young people are growing up to be disrespectful in every sense of the manner, and not all. Okay? So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying every kid's crazy or every kid's bad. No. But when you see something like that at such a young age, it makes you wonder, what's going on in the home? What is this kid getting away with at home at that young age that they're allowed to speak like that to an adult out in a public setting? There's no excuse. The parent should do something about it. And we all know how that goes. Some people just don't care. They don't care. They have the kids. They got to drag them along, do what they do. I've seen parents with kids in stores. They're letting the kids roam around on their own. We've all seen it. No, there's no parental guidance, if you will. They just let them run around stores, and then the kid gets lost, and then they're crying, and the parent's looking for them because the parents let them do whatever they want. Today, people need to wake up and start raising their children to have respect, not only for the parent, but for everybody else around them, okay? Because someday, again, when the time comes that that person only grows up to get worse and gets in trouble, if they get in trouble with the law, the mother's going to be, not my baby. Yeah, well, I've seen that all too many times, okay? Over the last 20 years, I've seen parent after parent after parent, can't believe my baby did that. They're such a good, well, no. It all starts at home. The way you raise your children is the way they're going to be when they grow up and go out on their own. If you raise them like that, you let them do what they want, speak how they want, that's only going to escalate and get worse. You raise them to be respectful to everyone, then there's not going to be any problems. That's the issue with society today. People are just lackadaisical. No one cares. That'll be fine. It's not fine. It's disrespectful, and people need to wake up and start doing what's right for their children, because after all, they're our future, right? I don't understand what's going on, but again, I've seen it way too many times over the last 20 years in my career, and it seems that the younger they are today, the worse they are. And with parenting like that, those kids are going nowhere, and something needs to change. And that's it. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't liked this video, hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and hit the notification bell. share my video with someone. I'd appreciate that. I hope everyone's healthy and safe, and I'll see you soon with something else. Have a great night.